I can't. What? What? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Yes. No, this just never happened before. No, I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now, dude. What is this shit? Okay. It's most appealing to you. All right. Yes. What the fuck was that? All right. Go ahead, sir. What? Huh? No. That's the first time I see that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley
Yeah.
worked for a company in a big
Oh, what the
building
fuck? Hold up,
where
hold
he
up, hold
was
up. I haven't seen
employee
this.
number 427.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Employee number
Where the balloons come
427's
from?
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
This is a different
Orders
intro.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is
What?
what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished
That's
every
funny.
moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
This is completely
was
different.
happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to
Look at the
give him
balloons.
instructions, call a meeting, or even say
What?
hi. Never
I've
in
seen the
all of
balloons
his
before,
years
but
at
they
the
were not
company
here.
had this happen. This complete isolation.
This
Something
fucking
was very
game.
clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I remember the up is down and down is up. You haven't changed that. Oh my god, dude! I love this fucking game. It's. I have never played anything like this before in my life. In my life.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Is there balloons in here?
missed a memo.
I don't see any balloons. Okay.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
That's
couldn't
normal.
find a trace of his co-workers.
You've seen this on TikTok? The game? Huh. Okay. What? That's the first time I see that. What the fuck is this?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking amazing, dude. It is amazing. I have never laughed as much in a video game, other than when you were playing that one game that we were playing too. That fucking crazy ass game you're talking about, the jazz fucking thing.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back 2 doors. Mhm.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
What the fuck? This boss says new content. Is that what it says? That's funny.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Where's my phone?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
I'm watching the broadcast.
End of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm watching the broadcast.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is that you like holes too much. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
I fucking love this game.
Have a wonderful rest of it.
I'm out. Oh man. What the fuck is going on now? Oh, the hole is getting... What the fuck? Awesome. Okay. Yep. Ah. The fucking hole starts moving. Ah, this game. Dude, if you would have played this from when it started, man, all this shit that I have seen and heard and done and dealt with, and oh my god, oh, this game. I don't even know how do you even fit. You don't. I don't even. How do you finish this game? I don't think you can. No, no, I leave it. And the reason I got this is because it was on sale. So I don't think I would have ever purchased it knowing nothing about it because I didn't know anything about this game. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. They also ask you to follow to go through one door, and you know what I mean. And then if you choose a different door, dude. That's did you see the one with the baby? Okay, I don't want to ruin it because if you ever play the game, like if you ever get it for yourself, and you gotta enjoy this thing, dude. And I don't know if the things that happen to me would happen to you in the same order. You know what I mean? Like I don't think so because it's all according to your choices. I didn't even know this game was gonna be like this, dude. Like I didn't know anything about it. That's the thing. I didn't know anything about this game. All I knew was that supposedly it was a game that this guy pretty much like Groundhog Day, which your day will repeat. His life was on a loop. Is all I thought it was. Cutie pie. This place is a wreck. Yeah, the baby's made a mess. Like maybe I should start doing something while you play. So I tried to get my mom to play this yesterday, right? To try it out. What an aggravation, bro. What an aggravation. Oh man, what a horrible experience. I'm never gonna ask her to try anything ever again. Like I can't put up with that. First of all, I understand that she's gonna have trouble with the controller because she's just never played anything like this, first person or anything like this. So she's gonna have problems with the controller. Like she doesn't know when she's looking up. She doesn't know when she's looking down. She doesn't know anything. Okay, one thing. So I have to ask her, why are you looking up? She's like, oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what am I supposed to do? I'm like, nothing. You're supposed to just walk. Just walk. She's like, yeah, but what am I supposed to be doing? Just playing the game. Well, how do you play it? Just walk. This is my experience with my mother trying to play this. How do you finish it? I don't know. I don't even think that it has an ending. Oh, well, that's stupid. Huh? This is annoying. Okay, whatever. Just give me the controller. I'm done. I can't even. I couldn't even. And she's like, what is this guy talking to me the whole time? Oh, he's annoying. This is annoying. I can't. This is giving me a headache. I think he's hilarious too. I've never laughed as much in any ever in a game ever. I mean, I laughed in Portal. Portal made me laugh. Mm. My mom is not a very open-minded human being. She's a very closed individual in the way that she views the world and in the way that she thinks. I've never met anybody quite like her. But she has friends, and she can make friends. I don't know. I don't know if they find her comical or something. I don't know. She's different. I'm hungry. You making lasagna? Yummy. I had a sandwich earlier. I went to check on the baby. She's still sleeping. And then I've been playing this other game too. I mean, I I really need to stop. I need to go. I need to focus. I haven't. But these things catch my attention, and I can't seem to like let go of it. First of all, when I haven't played anything like it, it's just amazing to me. So I can't put it down. Um, Somebody knock on my door. Yes, no. Okay. This other game I got that's called Disco something. Yeah, yeah. Um, oh, that was upstairs. Okay. What a fucked up game. It's a role playing game, by the way. And you're a detective in the game. Um, and I think it's 1951, but it's an alternate universe. And or it's 2051. I don't even know actually. That's a good question. I don't even know. So in the game, there's like these voices. It sounds like demonic voices talking, right? Everything is dark, and you pick your stats or whatever, and they're weird stats. Like you can pick of they have to do with being like a detective in a way. Like one of them is about pain, the other one is about intelligence, another one is about I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so they're talking to you and all these things back and forth. You're talking back to them, whatever. And then when the game comes in, your character is waking up from the ground. You're in a room, and the room is destroyed. Like it's a wrecked. It's wrecked. There's a bottle of something on the ground, and your guy is in his underwear, completely naked, just on his underwear, waking up from a night to a fucking, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he fucking wrecked their entire room, and he was fucking drunk as fuck. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he's fucked up. And he's dying. He's on a fan, and he's apparently there's a window that's broken because he threw his shoe out the window, and you go in the mirror in the bathroom. The bathroom sink is half broken because he destroyed the fucking sink. The bathroom, what to do? The place is a wreck, and it's not even your house; it's a hotel room. You fucking destroyed, apparently. And that's how the game starts. And then when you compose yourself and you come out of there, there's a lady outside. She's telling you what she heard last night. What epic music. Wow. What the fuck? Aw, puppies! That's cute! What the freak? Aw, look at the puppies. Okay.
Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
Apparently he thinks he has control over your life, huh? Oh, there you go. Loading. Bloop. It just happened.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Did you reboot the game or did you just do that by itself? Interesting. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. What does it say there? Okay, what? Where is there like a yellow thing? That wasn't there before. Ah! Free new easy. What a bastard. You can't open it? Wow. Heck yeah, let's go get that. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
This is the second time the game promised you a free trophy by pulling a lever and it doesn't give it to you. Bastards. Give me my trophy!
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Where are you going? Oh shit.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Look at the hole.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Peacefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look. This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? Right. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it? Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
How cool is that? The bucket turned blue because of the floor.
Turned out to be.
So it's reflecting on the actual bucket. That's pretty cool. That's actually ray tracing right there, my friend. Pretty awesome.
Truly. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, said the bucket.
No.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Huh. Interesting. That's the first time I see that. Nice. That's a whole new path. Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's Stanley. Hey.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for
Fucking
collecting all of these.
stupid.
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of
That's the second one we found.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you'll come across one of these
This
beautiful
fucking game. When is he gonna take you seriously? Yeah, I know. It's just, yeah. All right. My fucking foot, man. What the hell? Ah.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
What the fuck is that? Yep. Camporata.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Huh. Oh, that's both red and blue. Here we go. This is the first time I see this. Stairs, something to do with stairs. It says somewhere both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. So this is where to find the figures or whatever it is, like collectibles. This is some kind of game. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Complicit. Oh, what was that behind you? Behind you. What was that? Right there. Can you open that? No? Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. We got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes.
Actually, we didn't die, sir. We our sure play ended.
The insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I know. I put the whole thing. No.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a
invalids.
Controls too. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
You too? I think I might have had enough. Excuse me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hey!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ah! Is the bucket gone?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Incredible.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
All right.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Hey, Mama! Ooh, you're nice and warm, yeah. I love it. Oh, thank you. That's my phone. I appreciate that.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, fencing everywhere. This place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What have you done, Brian? You've taken choice away from us.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What the?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I don't know. You messed it all up, bro. He told you to go to the left.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing...
The sequel is now paused? What? Did you do this? What? Do you see what he says? That's weird. Okay. Oh, I wait. Oh, excuse me. What is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're such a very, very, very thoughtful little baby girl, yeah. You're a good girl, you know that? You're a good girl. I tell you all the time. I tell you, oh, bless you, salud. Yeah, you're a good girl. I love you so much. There you go. Thank you. Very helpful. Very helpful. Okay, I thank you again. Very nice, Alice. Wow, you're so helpful. Oh, no, that's caca. Yeah, that's caca. Oh, thank you again. Nice. Mm-hmm.
Alice. Hey, look. She's trying to put her foot up, but her dress gets caught, so she puts her foot like that. I noticed that the other day. She couldn't get her. She kept stepping on her dress. Alice, look.
My foot hurts so much. No, I'm sure if I put it like in hot water or something, it'll come back, get better. Is that full?
Yeah. What is this?
I don't know. I think my mom dropped it off yesterday, or maybe Vincent.
Well, I mean, we had a bunch of them, but I didn't know why it was over there. Like, was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Alice, can you please leave that garbage alone, baby?
Please.
Alice.
Baby Alice. Good job. Good girl.
Baby.
Good girl.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, shoot, shoot. Alice. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, now get it.
Mm. Mm.
So, Sebastian didn't wash the dishes this morning?
I told him to stop at some point. Ugh.
Like,
Huh?
he just stood there and messed around?
No, no,
He
no.
didn't do any dishes.
I know. I asked him to stop. Because I had to feed the baby and all that stuff too. So. Hmm.
Where's my phone? Alice, where's Mama's phone at?
Hmm.
Hey! Don't play with shoes. Not good, girlfriend. You want to go to the walk-in clinic?
Huh?
You want to go to the walk-in clinic?
Thank you, Mama.